Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 8, wants to present you about our presentations. This is Human Research Management. But before that, let me introduce our member. The first is Aisyah Mahmud, Vivin Dwi Rizky MD, Jeremy Aprilianto, and me, Olivia Renata Putri. So in this case study, we take it from PT Ruyung Karya Mandiri, which is engaged in the distributions of labor abroad or outsourcing. Several countries such as Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, and Korea have established cooperations with these companies in sending Indonesian workers. The company itself has been established since 1996 and has around 50 employees, consisting of 30 staff, marketing and administrations, 5 foreign staff from Korea who are currently collaborating with the company, and 15 operational staff. Pak Asmawi himself has been working since 1997 and immediately became a part of human research. In undergoing his career as human research at PT Ruyung Karya Mandiri, Mr. Aswani said that many of the problems he faced were related to relations with staffing, including many employees who moved to work, and Pak Asmawi sometimes felt very overwhelmed by hiring new employees. The new employee must start learning everything from the beginning, and according to him, this can be a big problem when the company is getting requests for sending labor. Furthermore, a common problem is wages or salaries that are often overvalued. And the end is the conflict that often occurs between expatriates or foreign staff placed by companies that collaborate with PT Ruyung Karya Mandiri with local employees. The problems that occur in the company can be solved by retaining existing employees and raising employee wages so that they do not have to training for new employees, which will take time and additional cost. Thus, the functions of an human research needed in the company. Next is the definitions. Human research management can be defined as employing people, developing their research, utilizing, maintaining, and compensating their services in tune with the job and organizational requirements. The next is the functions of operationals. First is develop. It's like training and development. Human research management functions to provide, filter, choose human research who will join the company. These human research management functions plays an important role in determining the quality of human research in companies. In order to get workers who fit the criteria, the Department of Human Research usually conducts a series of activities such as interviews, tests of expertise, and investigates the background of the person. The next is develop. It's like training and development. This training is a learning process to acquire expertise, regulations, concepts, or attitudes to improve employee performance. The next is monitor. Performance and management. Used to make the companies not making the past same mistakes with performance evaluations. Employees can also correct mistakes and learn so they can do their jobs properly, correctly, and quickly. 4 is reward. It's like compensation and benefit. Give awards or provide direct or indirect compensations in the term of money or goods to employees as a form of service from the company. The principle of compensation is fair and appropriate to match the responsibilities of the workforce and its achievements. The next is engage. It's like talent management and career development. It is to improve employee skills. This level of skills can be achieved through the education and training provided by the company for employees, both new entrants and those who have long worked in the company. So the next is the human research functions. There are 5 functions. The first is human research acquisitions, human research development, performance and compensations, motivation and maintenance, industrial relations. Those 5 functions, if they have any problem, they can work together with the functions below, including human research information system, human research, human research accounting, human research audit. The scope capacity of human resource management. Human research planning fill various positions. Recruitment and selections develop a pool team of candidates. Job design define tasks, assign authority and responsibility. Training and development helps in developing key competencies. Appraisal of performance, systematic assessments, and evaluations of workforce. Motivations of workforce develop enthusiastic workforce. Remunerations of employees focuses on fair, consistent, and equitable compensations. Social security and welfare of employees' working conditions, transport, medical assistance. Review and audit of personnel policies ensures reliable human resource policies. Industrial labor relations ensure healthy union management relationship. Example, settlement of dispute. Next is the nature of human resource management. It is a process of bringing people and organizations together so that the goals of each are met. The various features of human resource include: first is inherent part of management, selecting people, training, motivating, appraising their performance for improving their quality. Second is pervasive functions, present in all levels of management in an organization. Third is action-oriented, solve problem through rational balance policies rather than record-keeping. Fourth is people-oriented. Human resource management is all about people at work. Assign jobs, produce result awards, motivate them towards improvement in productivity. 5. Future-oriented. Effective human resource management helps organizations meet its goals. 6. Development-oriented. Human resource management develops full potential of employees through reward, training, job rotations. 7. Integrating mechanism. Human resource management maintains cardinal relationship between people working at various levels in organizations. 8. Comprehensive function. Workforce signifies people working at all levels. Human resource management with form and shape, but the basic objective of effective utilization of human resource management the same. 9. Continuous functions. Human resource management is not a one-shot deal. It requires constant awareness and alertness of human relations in everyday operations. 10. Based on human relation. Every person has different needs, perception, and expectation. The manager should give the due attention to these factors. The objective of human resource management. The first is to help the organization reach its goals, to employ the skills and abilities of the workforce efficiently, to provide the organization with well-trained and well-motivated employees, to increase employees' job satisfaction and self-actualizations, to develop and maintain a quality of work life, to communicate human resource policies to all employees, to be ethically and socially responsive to the needs of the society, to provide an opportunity for expressions and voice in management, to provide fair, acceptable, and efficient leadership, to establish sound organizational structure and desirable working. The importance of human resource management. Good human resource management practice helps. First is attract and retain talent, train people for challenging roles, develop skills and competencies, promote team spirit, develop loyalty and commitment, increase productivity and profits, improve job satisfaction, enhance standard of living, generate employment opportunity, greater trust and respect. The qualities of human resource manager based on Harry Fayol, he categorizes it as: first is physical health, vigor, energy, strength, and address. Second, mental ability to understand, learn, judge, and adaptable. Third is moral, firmness, responsible, initiative, loyal, dignity, self-respect. Fourth is educational, subject knowledge about function performed. 5. Technical, peculiar knowledge on functions. 6. Experience arising from work paper. So the next is environmental factor that affects the human resource management. The first is economic environment, including population and workforce. Workforce market conditions, national income salary structure, inflationary pressure. Next is legal environment. No discriminations on sex. At least the prescribed percent of total employee must belong to SC and physically handicapped. Safety working conditions, industrial relations. The next is technological environment, electronic communications, open door policy, global monitoring, virtual office. So the last one is socio-cultural environment, expectation of society, social status of job, achievement of work, authority structure, workforce mobility, role of labor union. So that's all about our presentations. Thank you very much for your attention.